Hello, good morning. It's Friday.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, I think it's a long weekend
It is a long weekend.
we're heading into.
Yep.
Going on
What?
any adventures, Tina?
Ooh, good question. You know what? I'm going to a rock concert.
No way.
I am. I'm going to go see Biff Naked. And I am. I
That's
am.
really exciting. That's awesome.
So here's a generational difference story. So I said to Angus, my 18-year-old son, for those who are new and don't know me or my kids yet, I said, Angus, I'm going to Biff Naked. And and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, I'm going to see Biff Naked." And he's like, "Mom?" And I'm like, "I'm going to a rock concert. I'm going to watch and experience Biff Naked." And he's like, "Oh, is that the band?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I looked at him and I was like, "Okay, I know I'm 51 and I'm in a bit of having a bit of a renaissance of my life, but I'm not going anywhere naked."
Okay. You want to hear my Biff Naked story?
Yeah.
So when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17 or something like that, you know, kind of like Angus's age, maybe a little bit younger,
Yeah.
one of my really tight guy friends went out west, went to Vancouver for the summer. And of course, when you're that age and you go away for the summer and you come back, you're cooler
Wa
afterward,
way cooler. Yeah,
right?
way cooler.
And so he was all like, "Yeah, I lived in Kitsilano and like, yeah, 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 Biff Naked, Biff Naked, Biff Naked." And I just have this memory of like this totally nerdy, awesome friend of mine. And just like, he was just like more worldly and like had heard of this cool band that we had never heard of before. And it's
Right.
just like, bam, he's busted down a wall in his life. And we haven't been there yet.
Ooh, that's so writery. Like, there's just so much there. There's like, you know what I loved? I loved Biff Naked, Biff Naked, Biff Naked. Like, you only had to say her name 3 times, and there was a whole scene
Yeah.
just in that.
Well, because you can see it, right? Like a kid going.
Naked. And then the other piece that you said was, yeah, he busted down a wall.
Yeah.
Right? And so this is a great segue. So for anyone who's new to the group, welcome to our Friday backpack. Every Friday we come in around 8:15 in the morning, just before our writing group in at 8:30, and we Pacific Standard Time, and we just unpack a little something 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 that you can unpack. Haha. We actually just pull something out that you can stick in your writer's backpack to help you keep writing forever, because we are committed to that. We want to support writers to write for their entire life. And so one of the things that came up in our in the Writer's Adventure cohort that we're supporting a handful of people as they bring their book all the way to publish ready, is this we got into this piece of, what adventure are you on? And which, if you listen to the backpack a few weeks ago, we talked about the realm, that your book lives in a realm. And I think they're kind of linked, potentially. For me, they might be, because I love the land of myth, but for you, maybe not. But there's one of the writers in the writer's backpack, sorry, in the writer's adventure, is really on an adventure of place.
Mhm. I think I think they all are in their own way, but I think really what brought them up was we said that adventure piece. It's like, well, what do you want? What do you want from tonight? And it's like, I really need something to like just help the words flow. And it's like, well, what's going to help the words flow? And it's you got to find your adventure path, right?
Yeah.
What makes
Yeah.
this worth it? What makes this what makes you want to go on this journey? Where are you going? I mean, you don't know exactly where you're going, but there's some juice somewhere,
Yeah.
something that you need to explore.
There's I want to just pull into a couple of writers we've worked with.
Yeah.
So James Gardner, who is I'm going to flog his book in here soon, because he's launching his pre-sale of his book. this week, actually. So his book, Conscious Warrior, All In with Love, is the adventure that his book started in was these 5 arenas. So he was on the adventure of these 5 different places in his life. And each of these places, his he had a pivotal life moment in each of these places. And so it was almost like his book became a little bit of a choose your own adventure, even though I'm not talking about the way the choose your own adventure book is put together, but each arena has its own story that hooks into something. And it even took on this sort of mythical kind of stage of writing where everything was symphonic. So it's like, what adventure was he on? He was on a symphonic adventure of life-changing places.
So was there an actual journey in his book? I haven't read James's work.
Yeah.
Did he go on an actual journey?
Yeah.
And how did you when did he realize what journey he was on?
Well, I would say for him it was right when he started, because it really was about I'm paraphrasing, but going from unconscious to conscious, right? And the turning points in that way. His book is also a lot about sharing all the things so you can put the shame down about your life. Another realm of his is, he calls them jungle moments, being in the jungle and coming out the other side. And then there's a bit about the inner child. And so unconscious to conscious, reconnecting with your inner child, the journey of a 53-year-old guy. Yeah, so that's one journey. And then there's another person in this group, Dr. Shannon Waters, and her book which is still in its, I think she's about to start her second draft. She's got the journey of water and land and the journey of her body's journey. So she's on the adventure of connecting the water of her body with the water on land. Really interesting things, right? Hello, Frankie. Mom.
Visitor.
Hi, honey. So let's go back to you on the writer's backpack. So what we're really offering for you to consider is, what adventure are you on? What, like what Mary Beth is saying, like, what are you like wickedly curious about that you simply have to keep going? On any adventure, you're asking questions. Where am I? Where am I now? What do I need now? What am I curious about now? Right? What do I want? That's your adventure. What's new? You don't go on adventures in places you already know. That's not an adventure.
But you might start in a place you've already been and discover new things.
Yeah. 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 Interesting. So I would say for today, my brain is like, start with the questions.
Yeah. And also, it's just like, if you're feeling stuck, what is it that gets you excited? What are you curious about? And like, what are the questions again, what are the questions you can't put down?
Mm-hmm.
Or the visuals you can't put down, right? Like the one that took us off tonight was, there were all these houses.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. There were all
you gotta go check these places out. You got to go see these houses.
In fact, I think it started with, I started by tracking all the houses that she listed or that she lived in. And we're like, wow, you tracked them all? Why? Have you written about each of these houses? Right? Yeah. Cool. All right. So there's your backpack. We will see you in 6 minutes for those of you who are joining us in the writing group, where you've put aside 90 minutes to an hour to write. The question in this backpack is, what adventure are you on? What are you on? Get to know it. All right. We'll see you in about 6 minutes.